Often before I record a podcast, I always say, what can I talk about, God? What can I say that will help someone? I don't want to record something that's just filling up a space. So I was listening to a compilation of ministers talking about how to stop living in fear. And that's what I want to talk about. Like they said, we live in a society full of fear. And before I go any further, Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. A lot of the talks and videos I do are about things that I have gone through, things that I have overcame, things that I am going through, ways that I overcame an obstacle. This channel is about positivity, light and love, and helping you to have a better life. So that's what Dreams Are a Reality. That's what this channel is all about. But one thing we have to stop doing, especially if we say we have faith, we have to stop falling apart every time a challenge comes our way. Faith, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Faith means you may not see it. It may look bleak. It may look grim. But I know without a shadow of a doubt that God is going to deliver me. I think with me, this is what keeps my faith strong, is being embarrassed. And I think weird. The way I think is a little strange. But I feel like sometimes if this was my last day on earth, I would be embarrassed if God came to get me and I'm shaking in my boots over something that I should have had faith in. Just like someone just said on that compilation I was listening to, don't forget the history you have with God. I have a history of overcoming a very serious illness twice, cancer. I have a history of getting out of an abusive relationship and surviving. I have a history of losing my parents. Yes, I had good parents. And being able to be okay eventually. I have a history of overcoming heartbreak, financial ruins. So if I was pulled out of all of that stuff, won't he help me now? So I know our first inclination is to panic, to freak out when we hear certain things. But don't stay there. A lot of this stuff you can't control anyway. So you stay up all night, pacing the floor. I remember I did this years ago. Stayed up all night, worried about bills, worried about finances. And when you finally wake up from your 1 hour sleep, everything is still the same. So worrying doesn't provide any solutions. And that's the one thing you can do. Let's say something has happened, like the situation I'm in. Friday, there are going to be layoffs. And you know what? I'm hoping my name is not on there. I'm not in a position right now to go look for a new job. I'm not in that mindset. I'm trying to build my own stuff on the side. But what if it is me? Okay, so what are your options? I can find a new job. I can really push my own practice real hard. I can draw unemployment and work part-time. I can, take money out my savings and live off of that for a little while. So I just produce some solutions. Instead of panicking, go to a solution. Instead of panicking, go to the end. But please make sure the end is not gloom and doom. Make sure it's positivity. This is why prayer is important. This is why reading your Bible is important. Now, today I'm speaking if you're a believer. This channel is not like Christian only. I don't judge what other people believe in, but I'm talking about me and how I roll. And whatever works for you and how you roll. But you got to lean on something. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. If you don't believe in something higher, then you're believing in something lower. Fear, anxiety, none of that stuff is coming from love. It's coming from a place of lack. And a lot of you all listening to me got a little better than me. God forbid, and this is what I said to my therapist. If something happens to my job, I don't have nowhere to go. And I do have my sister's house, but hey, how big is my sister's place? She already have stuff going on over there, her and her husband. So, you know what I'm saying? I think like that. And so my therapist said, would you really be out of luck? I said, well, I have a couple of good friends that'll take me in. She said, see? But I'm just saying, if Dorothy, my dear mom, was alive, it's a no-brainer where I could go. But it's scary sometimes. So some of you are listening have it better than me. But still in all, we got to believe. Where your mind goes, things will grow. What you focus on will come to light. Whether you think you can or you can't, you are correct. So it is up to you to change how you're thinking. What can you do to change that fear over to faith? What have you done in the past that got you out of a jam? I don't care what people tell me. I'm that crazy girl. Oh, you're not going to be able to buy a house. Yes, I can. Oh, you're not going to find a job. It's a bad market. Yes, I will. You're not going to be able to do this. You're older. Yes, I can. Yes, I will. Yes, yes, yes. And you got to be just that crazy to make it. If you look at the news, it will have you shaking in your boots. Crime, crazy politics, taxes going up, people getting laid off. That's enough to make you feel sad. But you can't focus on that all day. What are you putting in your mind? This is why, and I talk about the same stuff every podcast, every video, and I will keep doing this. I write in my journal, which I did. I did a 5-minute meditation. I have a positive book I was reading. I have a lot of those, so I just grabbed one that a dear friend gave me years ago. I was listening to a compilation of sermons. I was reading my Bible out of 1 Corinthians. These are the things that make me smile. Drinking my cup of coffee, took my vitamins, did my facial regimen, put my oil in the diffuser. Yes, I do all that stuff to have a good morning. It is hard, you all. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes as a therapist, I just don't have the juice in me. But I, made a pledge as a social worker or, I follow those ethics. And I want to help my clients have a better life. Sometimes I'm frustrated and flustered because I care so much. They don't know. They know I care, but they don't know the preparation sometimes I have to do for them, or I'm searching for information. How can I help this client? How can I help this client? They don't know. And it's okay. I just want to show up as my best self. Again, faith over fear, you all. Faith over fear. You got this. You beat the other odds. Look at me. Chicago girl from the west side of Chicago. That's me. A Chicago girl from the west side of Chicago. Now a business owner. I'm not bragging. I'm just talking about God. went back to school in her 40s, totally changed careers. If I could do it, you could do it. You younger than me, some of you all that's listening. Come on. Start today with a routine in the morning that will tap into your faith and help you during bad times. Bad times will come. You could be having the best day. It just happened to me 3 weeks ago. Best day, best weekend ever. I shouldn't say ever, that's a stretch. But it was it was one of my better weekends for 2024. And then I get a call that, Morris passed away suddenly. What? And this morning still, I went in the washroom just like, I still can't believe this man has passed away. It's not that people don't pass. It just happens so quick, and it's just weird. And I'm sure other people feel like that when they lose somebody, or, somebody breaks up with you. You're like, I just can't believe this happened. These are things that jolt us. People don't talk about heartbreak. Heartbreak is a tough one. It really affects people. Some people become heartbroken. They don't never love again, or they stay stuck for the rest of their life. Anyway, I just want to talk about a little bit of faith. I know everybody could use this one. I'm going to re-listen to this one for myself. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, drop me comments. Thank you all for listening. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mind, your body, your soul. God bless you. God keep you. Bye-bye.